And we're back with another losers bracket match here in the 4-Digit World Cup 2025. We've got Taiwan going up against Romania. Both teams have already played matches this weekend. Taiwan defeating Spain 6-2 in their previous match, and Romania defeating Ukraine 6-1 coming into this match. This one will get them into the semifinals if they can make it through this. I'm Miles, and joining me here today is Mr. Malteser. What's up, man?
Yo, it's going good, man. This match we might be in for a belter here, lad. We might be in for a belter. We have two pretty good teams. Taiwan getting dropped down to losers bracket a bit earlier than expected, and Romania putting up a pretty good fight during this week as well.
Yeah, I mean, Seed 6. You don't usually expect Seed 6 to be in losers bracket this early, but here they are, and they looked really good against Spain, so gonna try and keep that momentum here into Romania, another very strong team that you don't expect to be in losers bracket this early. I mean, Seed 6 versus Seed 14, pretty high-seeded matchup for losers bracket. Yeah, I was looking at the MP links before this match, and if we're talking about strategy between these two teams, I'd expect Romania to try to lean into the speed in this matchup, or the DT maps, while Taiwan might want to pick aim, but I feel like speed for Romania, even if that is a part of their strategy, could be really contested in this match.
Yeah, and I kind of want to quickly go over like some bans that happened earlier in the matches. So Taiwan winning against Spain, I think it was 6-1 or 6-2, and Romania in dominant fashion win against Ukraine 6-1. And Taiwan banning out that hidden 2 and 3 more 3. A bit of reading and a bit of ult there. While Spain banning into them was that normal 6, even more reading, and hard rock 2, the precision. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think Taiwan are going to stick with the same bans, or are they going to try and keep those reading picks open for this match?
I'm not sure. I mean, against a team like Romania, I don't really know if they have any like super strong reading players on their squad, so maybe you could afford to leave those maps open. But for Romania, I was thinking of the aim bans for them potentially because of Spine's Knight just going absolutely nuclear on Nomad 1 and Hidden 1 in the previous match. But
I mean, in my notes, I just have written Spine's Knight in like a lot of these maps, and I think that's going to be a story for this match as well, where we're gonna have Spine's Knight just demolishing this pool. But Romania aren't slouches either. They have players like Origin in there.
Yeah, ultimately, two very well-rounded teams, and there's not really a black and white way we can put these bans forward here. I think it'll be a matter of feeling here once these teams get in and start their pick ban phase, because looks like we haven't really gotten there yet.
Yeah, I mean, once again, looking through some of these scores, the one skill set that I feel like is going to be maybe picked by one of these teams in particular might be that speed. Both of these teams quite good on all of these speed picks. I mean, Romania having a few FCs with standout scores on that amazing break. I think they almost got like a 4 AFC on that. So we might be seeing similar things go down this match if Taiwan does decide to leave that pick open.
And if they do, I think they're still gonna have a good fight on those maps, even if they do lose them, with players like Ruyaya and Flyer playing really well on the speed so far this tournament. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, with how Poland has been playing this tournament, if you can win that against Poland, maybe you can chance it against Taiwan. Although this is a different map. This map, in another era, you might see this as a tiebreaker. I was commentating this one with Fiery the other day, or not this map, but this map pool, and he had to play this as a tiebreaker in like USC 2018 or something, Grand Finals. Okay, we're in the lobby. Taiwan. Holy. big rolls coming out from Origin. Going to be winning that. And we're finally going to be getting into this pick ban here. Yeah, I'm typically a proponent of going for second pick in close matches, especially. Like, when the seeding is close, you want to have that last pick before tiebreaker. I always thought that was extremely important, because if you're in a close match and you have the final pick before TB, you could close it out right there. But everyone has their different adaptations of pick ban strategy. And in this ban format, where the second banner bans 2 maps in a row before the first banner bans their second map, there is actually a benefit of going for first ban, unlike every other format. Oh yeah, Matt, check streaming. Yeah, I think your volume is low, according to Shadooz. Oh, and the Nomad 5 is coming out from Taiwan as their first ban. So not wanting to chance it on the Nomad speed, I believe Romania had a really strong performance on that in their first match. Now, for Romania's bans, I think of the aim maps they might want to strike out, I think potentially the HD1 could be one to look at. They didn't play it in their previous map. But I'll scan the MP link again to make sure. Yes, they did not play the hidden one. Spine's Knight put up an insane performance on that one, with a good backing score from Flyer as well. Up at 600k on that. But they are biding their time.
Alright, so yeah, sorry for that. I got my mic working here. I know what I did. Sorry guys about that.
We're so back.
We are so bloody back. We have that number 5 ban. I mean, we saw that match played by both teams. I think, yeah, checking through my notes, we did see that played, and Taiwan actually does had a score lead of 300k over Romania. If status score remained 2.6 million versus 2.3, and that is based on Origin being able to see that once again.
Yeah, that's surprising though. Typically you don't see a team ban out a map that there's a higher compared score on. But they are going to go for the Nomad 4 ban, so that slider tech that people are actually calling it 6px tech because this mapper is just so unique with his style. So getting rid of the 6px tech.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes along the same way where tech maps are kind of aim maps, and I think we might be seeing a number 1 ban here as well. That's my other prediction by Romania, seeing a bit of that number 4 banned out by both teams.
Be very happy to see Mikazuki make it through yet another ban phase.
I think it got actually banned in both matches that these two teams played. Where the other team or the team that's we're seeing present here didn't quite feel as confident playing into the other teams.
Mikazuki, though, it feels like one of those maps where typically when you have a map like Mikazuki that's like very low AR, very gimmicky, it gets permabanned very often. But I've been seeing some teams opt into it more so than not, which is pretty cool. And it looks like Romania's whole ban phase is going to be on tech, getting rid of that hidden 3. That kind of aim control, finger control, ulti tech. Getting out of the pool now.
I mean, I guess leaving behind that hard rock 3 that also goes in the same vein. It's a bit harder than the other two, I would say. And we did see Taiwan play that map, and they did have low axe on that and kind of suffer from fourth player syndrome.
And there goes Amazing Break. Not gonna be able to pick into that, so the 2 main speed maps getting banned out, but there are still some tapping in the pool. We've got Storia remaining, if you want to play some 270 kind of techie finger control.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of makes sense for Taiwan here. Romania did look solid on speed picks, and throughout this whole tournament, if they had the chance, they've been picking them and winning or getting really close to winning on every single attempt, showing their consistency on it, and especially that Amazing Break where they almost got with that 3 FC. I mean, it's quite scary to go up against if you don't have that core 4-man roster for speed picks and stamina.
And even then, Taiwan on Storia is no pushover. They got almost 2 FCs, an FC on Riaya, a choke from Spine's Knight, and then 600 and 500k on their other 2. So easily able to get multiple FCs on that map. So making that final speed pick a trap. I think a very good ban phase from Taiwan.
Yeah, and now Taiwan, are they gonna immediately go into that Mikazuki pick, or are they gonna try that number 1 gambit right off the bat?
Nope, it's Carnation Ink. Wow. I haven't seen this one get played yet. Have you?
No, I personally haven't either. I mean, kind of surprising for me, but it's a theme that I saw currently is that these maps that haven't been seen in the matches that the teams have played are being picked quite early on to kind of get a gauge on these different maps that they didn't see these teams play.
Yeah, this one a long, almost 4-minute CS 6.5 map at a pretty awkward BPM, 125 BPM. That's kind of that area where it could be an alt map for some, could be a single tap map for others.
Yeah, that's 6.5, especially early on. If you pick it, you're gonna have a bit more nerves than if you were to pick it later on. And I guess the Taiwanese players are feeling a bit more confident than the counterparts of Romania, where they're gonna try and pick this CS 6.5, maybe get out their shakes early on and be basically ready for the rest of the pool. Or maybe this is just some sort of gambit here, Miles. This might be a gambit.
CS 6.5, that's like the classic OWC USA gambit. Pick the precision map first, get all the nerves out, figure out who has their head in the game. It's like UK or Bubbleman picking No Mod 1 first.
Yeah, Bubbleman being a believer in the strategy of picking like your 5th to 6th best pick rather first, and then the further you go into the match, have a bit more momentum going on where you're picking your better and better maps, and you're just trying to stomp over and over again for your team, the other team that you're playing against. And we kind of saw that with our almost 4 AFC on in OWC last year. Good luck, have fun's going out here. First map. What did we expect?
Looks like we've got Erond, Riaya, Summer, and Spine's Knight for Taiwan up against Kehest, Sylvian, Capybaras, and Origin for Romania. Gonna see a lot of Origin on Romania in this match. He's been in almost perma lobby for them so far this tournament, so gonna see if he can get a good performance early. This first pick here, Precision Alt is the note on the sheet. And that skill set, gonna be looking at Spine's Knight. typically a very strong ult player. Let's see who else can step up to the plate. Riaya has looked incredible for Taiwan so far this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned earlier on Spice Knight and Riaya, but also on the side of Romania, we have Hest and Origin basically filling out the roles of the counterparts on Taiwan. I think those are the four main people to look out for while Origin does get an early miss, but the map is fairly long. He's capped his score a tiny amount, but maybe he just gets his shakes out quite early on.
Yep, the nerve misses at the start of the 4-minute map don't really affect anybody that much, but we are going to see a break come out from Spinesknight and Eront as well. But wow, you could already see many players are finding the drops. Eront, Spinesknight, Sylvian, Capybaras, and Origin all going down in the beginning, so only Kess, Riaya, and Summer holding onto the combos out of the first quarter. You can see these flow patterns, and there goes Summer. So now it's just 1FC to 1. With a little bit more backing score in favor of Romania, but everyone is just dropping.
Yeah, I mean, Riaya and Kess are currently like the only ones that are holding any sort of combo. Spinesknight has recovered from his earlier miss, and that's giving it a slight edge towards Taiwan. And Capybara does miss again, but I mean, no one is really looking comfortable on this pick. This pick is proving to be like a very low scoring pick. And Riaya does miss that last full combo on Taiwan, and he's just Spinesknight slightly matching Kess, which is allowing Romania to start building up a slight score lead.
Kehest on the really strong accuracy as well. Top AC and combo in the lobby, playing Raid Boss right now on Taiwan's first pick at the halfway point. Still holding onto the FC with Sylvian bringing up a backing combo as well now. So Romania going to run out a 100k lead in Summer. You can't miss on the slow part.
There's just no one on the side of Taiwan other than Spinesknight is holding it onto any combo to be able to help him out here. He's just alone playing it against like a whole squad of Romanians who are actually holding onto their combos, and it's just making up all the difference here. But everything can still change here. If Kess does break, we can see Spinesknight maybe carry this through to Taiwan's side.
Oh, but there he goes. No more Spinesknight combo.
There goes the last combo on the side of Romania, on the side of Taiwan, excuse me. And Kess is still holding on to his FC, and I think they're just going to run away with this point here. I think they're going to be able to get this first break point. Yeah, the first pick on the board.
Yeah, not really much Taiwan can do here. Riaya has brought back the combo as well as Summer, but Kehest and Capybaras both holding on all their might, outmatching their combo, and then some, and it's just all eyes on Kehest. He finally drops 720k going into the ending. That is, could combine anyone on Taiwan's score apart from Riaya and Spinesknight together, and you're just barely matching that score. A very good run from Kehest on this one.
Yeah, Kehest does get the highest score in the lobby, but Riaya, I mean, he kind of almost reverse choked this map. He did miss a few times in the middle, but he was able to. I think he's the only one really holding on to any sort of combo in the whole lobby here. And maybe if he was a bit more confident, Taiwan, maybe if they picked this later, they could have actually got this point. Some nerves showing a tiny amount, I think, here.
Yeah, the 4-minute precision pick not working out for Taiwan. Getting caught out there, giving up the early break point. Now Romania with their own pick. Gonna see if they do decide to opt into that final speed map remaining in that DT3. But as we said earlier, that one is a bit risky. Taiwan, everyone on their roster looking good on that against Spain. So,
I think if you're Romania, I think you run this risk still. Taiwan did get pretty good scores, but seeing how they performed right now on Hard Rock 2, where there is a bit more nerves, maybe they want to go for that DT3 while Taiwan is still not like fully warm, not used to playing at this time.
And also, when you get an early break point on like a risky pick like that, you have two other schools of thought now. I feel like we've been bringing up these schools of thought so often this match, where it's like you either pick a map that you are super confident in to try to slam the door on any reverse break point, or you pick another risky map to try to consolidate on a very like volatile map, so you can have like 2 of those risky picks in your pocket and save your better picks for later.
I mean, you know what train of thought I'm in. You know which one I like going for.
The risky picks, right?
Hell yeah, Miles. I mean, if you go for that risky pick, even if you lose it out, it's just one pick going for the other team. You're just kind of just eliminating that as well. But if you do win it based on the momentum early on, then it's just an extra pick and a lot more confidence in your team.
I'm actually on the other side. I usually like to just pick that guaranteed map after the breakpoint, but here comes the HR3 from Romania, banning out 2 tech maps and picking the last one.
Yeah, I think this is a slightly different story for this tech map, as I mentioned earlier, where, I'm not sure if you heard me, sorry about that as well, where this is on hard rock. This is a bit more precision compared to the other hidden and normal tech map that they did ban. This is that precision CS 5.5, a bit more than CS 5.2 that you're used to in that CS4 with hard rock. And we saw Taiwan play this, and their team score was about similar to what they did on Hard Rock 2 in the 1.8 million range. Maybe Romania feel like they can get better scores, and the trend here on this map has been low accuracy, 1 or 2 B ranks, and still winning the point, because this is really hard to act with catching all the slider ins as well as timing the start of those sliders.
This map is really tough though in the fact that it's a minute 30 seconds, so it's not like the other map where you have 4 minutes to kind of like compose yourself. You could get the early breaks. You really can't afford any early breaks on this map. At a minute 30, every miss you're gonna get is gonna cap you a couple 100,000 points. So really, this is the combo gamers map, and if I know Spines Knight for one thing, it is being able to combo game the hell out of maps like this. So let's see if Taiwan can respond or if Romania can shut the door on that early breakpoint.
Yeah, one major thing to note here is the length of this map. It's just 1 minute 30. That's TV size. That's what you're used to playing in solo, guys. Like, who doesn't farm TV size maps? Come on, be honest. This is the length that you're used to.
I don't anymore, but I also don't play the game anymore, so.
I mean, the whole song played out during the time we waited for them to the players to ready up, but we're gonna get started here.
We've got Spines Knight, Erant, Riaya, and Gauhao for Taiwan against Kehest, Alex Balea, Origin, and Sylvian for Romania. Got Fields Left Out, mapped by Azrolk. Another slider tech map, CS 5.5, a little bit of precision in this, but a lot shorter, so you can't afford any misses. Let's see how these players match up to it.
I think accuracy is going to play a major role in this map. If you're really confident on that accuracy, you can just get a tiny bit of free score compared to your competitors that are on that lower rack. And especially with the length of the map, if you do miss, it will be very detrimental if you're on that lower accuracy.
Into the first stream, we saw early break from Alex Balea, but there goes Erant and Gauhao into the drop.
Yeah,
3 combos in 2.
Everyone on Taiwan almost on B ranks here. They're cheesing the hell out of this map, while the Romanians are holding onto that high rack with the key difference of Origin on that 97. That's making up all the score difference basically. 50k ahead of everyone else in the lobby.
Oh, and Riaya dropping in the slow part. Very unfortunate for Taiwan, but Kehest is going to trade that. Origin, though, as you said, extremely strong ACK. They're going to need to see a break from him and fast. It's already a 400k lead for Romania, though.
I mean, that's 2 misses on the side of Romania now, but Taiwan only has like 2 major combos here. Oh, that's a double break from Romania. There's no combos on their side, but I don't think there's enough time. It'll be really closely. It'll be down to the wire here, but Aaron does break that larger combo, and Spines Knight does break his FC right as the map is about to close here. It became really close. I was pretty tight there. I think if Spines
they
Knight
needed those holds.
Yeah, if Spines Knight and Aaron did hold, maybe could have went up over to their side. It's a slight improvement from last time by like over 200k here for Taiwan. And we did see 2 B ranks, 1 on each side. But the accuracy compared to every other match I've seen is actually quite higher. Like I expected a lot more B ranks here, considering how hard it is to act this map.
Look at Origin's accuracy though. One miss, 97.26. That is an incredible run from him.
Yeah, I mean comparing it to Spine's Knight, who had slightly lower accuracy but more combo. I think they got like basically the exact same score. Despite Spine's Knight holding off for 100 combo more.
Alright, now Taiwan down 2-0. Really need to get a pick on the board here. They've still got those aim maps, as we mentioned earlier. Could go Nomad 1 or Hidden 1. I think would both be good picks for Taiwan. Or Mikazuki. It's right there.
I mean, we haven't seen any of these teams play Mikazuki yet. I think they got banned in both matches. But I think you kind of need to get on the board here. And with how well Taiwan played that Nomad 1 the first time around, I think it's a no-brainer for them. I think they might have to go for that Nomad 1. Maybe they will try and keep it out for later, when it's a bit more desperate times, or just to close out the match.
Biding their time here though. No insta-pickers. Oh, but it's gonna be the Hidden 2. Okay. Going down into the reading. That's another skill set that made it through ban phase largely untouched. There's still the free mod 2 in the pool along with Mikazuki when it comes to gimmicks, so taking advantage on this, you've got a little bit of a direction for your further picks.
I mean, this is once again, Taiwan picking a map that neither of these teams played in the previous 2 matches that they had. This is quite the exploring the unknown here. This map has been described as really difficult for this pool. Probably one of the tougher maps in the whole map, or if not the toughest.
Yeah, when you have maps like that, it really helps just having one player who can play it. It's maps like this where you can kind of go raid boss for your team.
I mean, we have a Spine's Knight on the side of Taiwan that we're probably going to be looking at, as well as a few other reading specialists. And then Romania, I'm not quite well versed with their roster, but I do reckon they do have one or two of those players that are very confident in beating picks.
We've got no players in the lobby though, so we can't see the direction of the rosters here. Alright, here comes Flyer.
Just getting adjusted to that hidden. Seeing it for the first time this match. That low AR as well is quite a deadly combo.
Yeah, especially after playing 2 Hard Rocks to start out the match. Yeah, you kind of have to go in and like just play the first 5 seconds so you know your eyes are adjusted to the approach rate 8. Or 7.8, sorry, so this is a bit really low AR.
And the OD is quite high for that AR at 8.7.
Wow, it's Mikazuki too.
Not quite as extreme, but it's getting there. Once again, this map is a bit on the shorter side, just a touch over 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 4 seconds here. And early misses might contribute a bit more to lost score. And on the side of Taiwan, we have Flyer, Riaya, Gaohao, and Spine's Knight versus Origin, Kez, Antonia, and Sylvian on the side of Romania.
And similarly to the last map, I feel like we're going to see really quickly who's comfortable on this style of map and who isn't.
Why would it?
I already see the sliders picking up. So yeah, slight early advantage to Romania this map. On the shorter side, just 2 minutes. But that break's going to be traded out by Sylvian.
Looks like the Taiwanese players early doors do have a slight accolade over the counterparts of Romania, and Spine's Knight has traded each other's misses out. Antonia also missing. It's just Origin left on that FC on Romania, while Taiwan does have the 2 FCs going still.
It's Riaya and Gaohao to try and extend this lead. But Origin, as shown on the last map, is dangerous. If he can get through these cut streams and any of the combos on Taiwan break, but there goes Origin. Taiwan finally looking to have a pretty comfortable lead in this match. Riaya and Gaohao both getting through the cuts.
It seems like despite having this much combo, the lead is actually going a bit slower than I expected it to be. It's still kind of staying towards Romania, and Gaohao and Spicer both missed at the same time, which is now going to give the advantage to Romania, and they're going to start breaking down that score. But Sylvia on that recovery combo does miss it as well, which is going to put a stop to that.
Oh, and Antonio as well going down. There was a pretty good opportunity there for Romania to start reeling in this score lead, but with those breaks, looks like Riaya is just going to run this one into the ending for Taiwan. Cast on a healthy 500 combo, but Riaya just outplaying him on this one.
I mean, we see a lot more confidence on the Taiwanese players. None of them below 93 play just on that edge, while I mean, almost all players on Romania are below that 93% mark.
Dude, Riaya is actually gonna... No!
You should have spoke, Miles. Come on.
Oh,
you know
my
you
God.
can't speak about people FCing. You have to do it right.
God damn it. Okay, that is still an unbelievable score from him, though. And Gaohao, 500k, and the 850k from Riaya playing Raid Boss, as I mentioned. Just carrying that one so hard for Taiwan.
I mean, Kehest almost got that FC. I think he almost reverse choked there, and he put up a pretty good score himself. The accuracy is a bit lower, but the combo game in this game is very important here. If he was able to hold on to that combo for maybe a bit longer, it would have been a lot closer.
Insta HR1 coming out from Romania, so full Hard Rock pool getting picked in the first 4 picks of the match.
Yeah,
Getting Shade.
Taiwan kind of shown that they were a bit weak on that Hard Rock, and Romania capitalizing on it by picking Hard Rock 3 and now Hard Rock 1 back to back.
This map also unpicked in both of the previous matches for both of these teams. So, gonna be in new territory here once again.
This map, I'll say, is fairly similar to Hard Rock 2 in the sense that it's a bit more finger controlly, but it's on a high BPM with a few like spaced doubles and I think a few quads as well. And this map is hard to keep combo on. This is going to come down to really who can combo game the best and who's feeling more confident on that AL10s with that slightly inflated hard CS. No miscommunication there. Miles, have you personally seen this map be played yet?
I don't remember. I think it might have been played in the match I commentated earlier, but I don't recall.
It was played in the match of Singapore versus I forgot the other team. I'm looking quite silly here. But it was picked in that match, and I mean, Singapore kind of just were collapsing every so often because there are those space doubles that you need to be very wary of. And they're quite prevalent throughout the whole map. There were low scores across the board, and I think we might be seeing something similar here, maybe with two or three outstanding performances.
I did commentate a Singapore match yesterday, so maybe I am just forgetting everything.
Oh no, not that much, not that much. The match I'm talking about happened today. It was Singapore versus Australia. Yeah, that's the one.
Alright, yeah, I wasn't commentating that one, so.
I mean, I doubt you were awake for that. I think it was like 3 AM your time.
Yep. I remember looking at the schedule and seeing that. I'm like, yep, I'm not watching that. Yep, back to the longer side of maps. 3 minutes 37, comfortable 192 BPM. Default HR map stats, no precision injected into this one.
I mean, that 5.2 is precise enough. Come on, Mars. That's a bit of precision right there.
That's precision if you've never played Hard Rock in your life.
Nah, come on, man. Come on. 5.2 is hard. It's so hard.
Listen, maybe I'm a Hidden Hard Rock leaderboard player, but like, this is not precision.
I mean, we're gonna see a lot of trip-ups, I reckon, this map. A lot of them. Loads of unexpected breaks. And I think combo game is gonna be the name of the game. Whoever the combo game king is, whoever's gonna be the combo game king is gonna be able to put out the best score on this map.
Rosters are set. Gauha, Riaya, Spines Knight, and Flyer. Origin, Kahest, Capybaras, and Alex Balea. The LHFs coming out. Let's see who can be the hero on this one. So far this match, we've seen Origin be the hero and Riaya as well. So eyes on both of them, see if they get hot.
Yeah, I reckon we might be needing to look towards the side of the Spines Knight. Quite, as you said earlier, quite known for his combo game, and this map kind of rewards that. Like with the early miss, which is gonna give a slightly lead to Romania, but this map is long. It doesn't really matter.
Aim also being Spines Knight's best skill set could go to favor him. Yeah, early break missing. Coming up from Flyer.
Just showing that a little bit of discomfort on this map. Alex Balea does trade it out eventually. But looking on the accuracy on the whole board, we have Taiwan just a tiny bit less accuracy, a lot more confidence, especially in Origin Kahest with that 99% accuracy. Gauha does miss once again. It's 2 FCs to 3. I'll make that 2 FCs to 2. I didn't realize that Capybaras missed quite early on there.
Oh, and there goes Origin on the slider. That's a big drop, and Alex Balea dropping as well. Now it's a combo lead for Taiwan with the reestablished combo on Flyer. And it's Spines Knight and Riaya once again. Oh, Flyer dropping that.
I saw Flyer over-aim that in real time, and that was really unfortunate for him. A slight misread. Once again, another over-aim there. I'm so sorry, Flyer, for looking at your cursor movement. But that means that its combo lead is neutralized, but Alex Balea does mean that Taiwan is actually in the slight lead now. As Balea is tanking all the misses for Taiwan, allowing the rest of his team to build up that combo. And Origin does also miss. So it's 3 combos.
Capybaras and Kahest.
3 combos to 2. Spines Knight Riaya on that FC. Gauha with a good combo himself, but he does drop that. That was pretty even game here. Oh, Capybaras!
The Capybaras!
That's gonna start giving the lead over to Taiwan. But Riaya does trade it out.
Oh my god.
It's whoever misses first, Kahest and Spines Knight. I think that's what we decided here. If they are going to break here. And now there's a slight lead to Romania, which is going to start putting it to their side. But Alex Balea does miss. It's when the score lead was about to go to their side.
Kahest going down though. I mean, Spines Knight, as we mentioned, a danger on any aim pick, but he goes down on the alt pattern. That space pattern so brutal. But still, it's a 45k lead for Taiwan, but that is not safe at all on a pick like this. If you drop your accuracy, that lead will swing back over, and there's a little bit of combo being built up on Romania, which along with their accuracy lead could make them dangerous.
Yeah, Spines Knight and Kahest dropped at pretty similar times, so Taiwan weren't able to make advantage of that, of the earlier break by Kahest. And now Romania with this slight combo advantage, looking a bit more confident on those 3 other players.
Yeah, Flyer continues to go down, and now lead quickly going back in favor of Romania. But it's a triple miss for Romania on that pattern. Can Taiwan steal it back?
It's going to be if Spice is able to hold on to this combo, if he's able to carry his team enough. But Gauha and Fly keep missing. Riaya does build up some combo himself, but it's really, really close. Just 6k, 4k. Oh, Spice does break in the last second. But I don't think it mattered. I think there was quite enough combo for on Taiwan to be able to make up the difference if Spice did hold until the end. But it would have been really, really close, Miles.
So close. I mean, Spine's Knight missed right at the end. But that is just a point from Romania. Just slightly better scores across the board. Flyer and Gaohao, the two lowest scores in the lobby for Taiwan. Too heavy for Ruyaya and Spine's Knight to carry on this one.
It's really, really close. Just a slight difference in the team composition when it comes to score. As you said, a lot more consistent score across the board for Romania with two standout performances from Taiwan. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them too.
Very close though. And that is going to be a full Hard Rock pool sweep for Romania. Unfortunately for them though, out of Hard Rock, and now pick goes back to Taiwan.
I mean, if they kind of want to keep going with that Hard Rocks, they can go into that Fremont pool and overall in that Hard Rock. That's the one thought that they can go through. Once again, if you're Taiwan here, do you bank on something like almost guaranteed to win, or do you go for that slightly risky pick and hope that it pays off later on when you have more of those, more where you put Romania in the more precarious position?
Or you could go for Mikazuki. Smile.
Oh,
but it's gonna be Fremont 3. Okay, so Kawaki wa Amaku. This map, another long map. This one being more of an alty kind of awkward aim finger control pick.
I mean, we haven't really seen any like this kind of map this match really, other than that Hard Rock 3 that Romania did win out. But this is quite different to that. And
nope,
Romania banning Nomad 4 and Hidden 3, I would say most represent this map. It's kind of a smart pick by Taiwan. they're going to get started with a slightly slower section where hopefully we don't see any early breaks for any of these players. But it could happen, maybe just to reduce the amount of nerves later on when it will matter.
This map, the difficulty is mostly condensed to the chorus section, so you really have to make sure you hold combo throughout all of these less intense sections as we are about to get into that first chorus.
I'm noticing a few perfect stacks when you're using that hidden. You do need to be quite confident to be able to play that mod on this map. To get started into the first chorus. 8 FCs, make that 7 FCs holding strong. Pairs with the first break for Romania. And Galha does trade it out, giving slight advantage to Romania, but Capybaras also misses. And Riyadh does trade it out. Alex Blair also misses. It's 1 FC to 2 here.
Neko Kamui coming in for the first map on Hard Rock, performing admirably so far, getting through that first Ki, low accuracy be damned. He is holding that combo, but it's still a slight lead for Romania, mostly based off of accuracy. That Origin FC. Oh, that is no longer an Origin FC. So now Taiwan gonna be able to reel this lead in very quickly with 2 FCs to none.
I mean, that accuracy is making that process a lot slower than it normally would be if they were holding on to higher accuracies. It's only just a lead of just 20k already. Taiwan aren't quite in the drivers, like quite far in the lead where they are going to guarantee themselves this big. They do need to hold on to those combos for a bit longer, and if any of those break in this chorus, oh, speaking of which, once that does break, Romania might start reeling it towards their side now.
Yeah, I mean, they have a combo leader. Actually, no, it's about even right now because of Gauhao's re-established combo. But yeah, Spine's Knight going down is huge. Now, major pressure on Neko Kamui here. Holding that Hard Rock combo. Kes goes down. So it's Alex Balea and Capybaras trying to pick up the pieces. About a 600 combo lead for Taiwan. 100k of lead. They cannot afford to drop. And there goes Alex Balea. It's one of the big combos for Romania down. It should be pretty safe for Taiwan.
All alone versus these 3 larger combos on the side of Taiwan. Neko Kamui, first map, what you said, mentioned that he's FCing it right now. And Gahao is one of those to break. Given a slight opportunity for Romania, but it's that Neko Kamui score that needs to break, and it does break here. Dude, does Romania have enough combo to start bring this back? It's coming back very slowly, but Neko Kamui does break, and it's gonna come back a bit faster as we get into that slider stream. And Spice Knight does also trade it out. It's just Riai with some combo while everyone in Romania has silently brought up the combo, but Capybaras on the largest one does break it.
No more combo. Now into the slider stream. Riaya does go down, but
it's gonna get close actually now. It's gonna get close that Riaya did break there.
They're gonna need some accuracy drops.
Who's gonna hit it the best?
Oh no! Okay, it's 50k. It looks safe. Into the slow ending. There's not enough time. Wow.
Almost. No, is it enough time?
No, not enough time. There's like 5 notes left.
The lead is coming down quite quickly though.
Nope, not enough time.
Oh my days. That was so close to the end. We mentioned that slider stream earlier, like before the map even started, and it almost did come down to that actually. Taiwan's lead just vanished. It went from 100k to like 30k because Spine's Light was just constantly slider breaking on it, and I think it was Riaya as well, breaking both their combos on that. But fortunately for them, it did not matter in the end. They do get their point on the board.
Neko Kamui, 92%, 14-20 combo on the Hard Rock on his first map. Very good score, getting Taiwan through that map by the skin of their teeth. But Romania still up that breakpoint advantage in this match. Taiwan will need to take a breakpoint at some point, and now Romania out of Hard Rocks, they're going to have to pivot somewhere else.
That free mod was really, really close. Maybe they go for a different free mod. Maybe that free mod 1 is a bit more aimy. Or maybe they switch over to that free mod 2. It's a bit more precision if you go on that harder. CS 6.5. Or perhaps a different direction. Maybe Mikazuki Miles. Maybe it's time for Romania to pick it. I know how much
I would love to see Mikazuki. I would love to see Mikazuki here. I
sure
was
you're gonna see it
expecting
this
Taiwan
match.
to pick it.
I mean, another map that kind of comes to mind is that DT1, maybe even the DT4 for Romania on the higher AR. But this is quite a tough position if you're Romania here. I mean, Taiwan, we kind of know that they have an advantage on aim. But Romania having to kind of plan out the ult maps and losing quite close fashion. Do pick number 2.
Good rush. I think this was played for both teams.
Yeah, that's correct, Miles. Taiwan did get a score of almost 3 million, while Romania had a score of 2.5 million. So once again, picking a map where they do have a lower team score. Or maybe this time will be different. Maybe a few more players on the side of Romania do step up, and maybe one of those FCs that Taiwan did have does drop in this match.
We saw this same situation in the ban phase where Taiwan had a higher compared score over Romania on a map, but they decided to ban it. I believe that was one of the double times or the speed picks. But now it's the other way around.
I mean, Taiwan have banned 2 tapping picks, and this is kind of a tapping map. It's on that lower side of the BPMs at 185, but it does kind of require you to have good tapping mechanics to play this map. But there's plenty of players on both of these teams to fill out that slot. Again, we're seeing Spiza Riaya appearing for another map inside of Taiwan, KS and Origin, as well as Capybara and Alex Balea. Same roster remains. Aaron and Flyer coming in for this map on the side of Taiwan. Pretty similar rosters all around.
Kind of seeing a battle of titans in this match here with Spines Knight, Riaya, Origin, and Kahest. The top 2 players on each team have been putting in crazy performances so far. Now here we go into Good Rush. We'll see who can be the hero on this one.
Use the analogy of raid boss. Who's going to be the raid boss here, Miles? I think this is not going to come down to who's going to which player is going to perform better, but rather which team is going to perform better. Because this is one of the easiest picks for both these teams. We did see higher team scores on this map compared to the rest.
Absolutely. This is not a raid boss map, so we're going to see Capybaras and Spines Knight as well as Alex Balea, so that's a favorable trade for Taiwan here.
This map is quite relentless with these streams. Just constant streams, constantly slight spacing. It's going to try and catch you out. Kaz does also break. That's already only 1 FC left on the side of Romania. But Flyer does match it out. Combos are looking quite even. I didn't even notice, but Aaron did also break, and just Riaya versus Origin. It might just be raid boss territory. And Riaya's the
there he
first one to
goes.
break. Origin's the only one that's holding any sort of major.
Oh no, he's not.
Also gone. There's no FCs on the board. It's Alex Balea with that recovery, as well as KS versus Spice Knight and Flyer and Aaron, which is giving Taiwan a slight combo lead, dragging the score along to their side.
It's just so much pressure on these combos from Taiwan here. Everybody holding on, but Aaron does find a break. Into the space stream, Riaya goes down, chain miss.
Dropping that accuracy is going to start giving Romania a chance. It's going to start giving them the lead here. And Aaron's massive ag drop does switch, giving them 20k lead extra based on that.
Going up pretty quickly for Romania here. Into the next big stream section. Aaron breaks again. Flyer and Spines Knight need to hold.
Okay, yes. Does break. But Riaya did trade it out, and it's still really close. It's going to come down to who's going to chain this, who's going to hold on these.
Alex Balea.
Riaya does chain this first. Origin does break, and it's giving a slight combo advantage to Taiwan. Is there enough map left for them? No, nope. There isn't, unfortunately. Romania does take their point once again.
So
4-2.
close.
Once again, that's another close point back to back here. Just the 40k difference. Taiwan kind of underperforming compared to last time, dropping a score like almost 1 million lower. I think they're going to beat themselves up a tiny amount about this, but I think they can bounce back from this.
Yeah, I mean, they still have some picks left in the pool, but that was so close to being that break point they needed. Very unfortunate for Taiwan. But for Romania, now just one map away from match point.
Yeah, it was looking really promising, but unfortunately, Riaya was a flyer with not flyer, who was in the top right slot. Those two players did just chain miss and drop a bit more score compared to the side of Romania, who I think Chaos was like the only person to chain miss any of the streams, and that's what made up all the difference here. Oh, Miles, say the line, Miles. Yes, yes.
Now we should pick Mikazuki, says Miles. Yes.
Yes.
However, if we're being yes, we are picking
Normal
Mikazuki.
6 alert, guys. Normal 6 alert.
Here we go.
Gentlemen. It's time
All
for
right.
the AR 7.6 only 10 CS5 map.
It might be 4.68 stars, but we
It does
are
not play
getting the
like
lowest
one.
accuracies for every map so far.
Yeah, we've seen only a few players getting into the A rank territory. I mean S rank territory. Delta FC. I think fault on the player on the side of Australia to get like 95, almost 96 on this map, which was by far the highest accuracy in the whole lobby by almost like 6% there. We're gonna be seeing probably similar stories here. And once again, Taiwan picking the map that neither of these teams have played yet. We're going into the unknown once again, into the void. I mean, if Hayden choose anything to go by, Taiwan's a bit favored on this map, would you say, Miles?
I would say that. I was thinking that Taiwan would pick this more than Romania, but at the same time, this is the type of map where your accuracy either matters a ton or it doesn't matter at all. You have to make a choice here as a player. You either admit and choose to go for the 78% FC, or you try to learn it and play it very properly and go
Maybe
for
we're gonna
like
be seeing that from
mid-90s.
Afterwind here, Miles. Maybe we're going to be seeing him.
Oh,
go for that
here is
higher accuracy.
Afterwind.
He's coming in for the first time this match. I think he's ready for this pick. I think he was born to play this.
Unk is back for Mikazuki.
This is quite a heavy reading pick with loads of perfect stacks. Stacks just with weird rhythm choices. Some being 1/4, 1/2. It's just all down to reading here.
It's reading and knowing the rhythm choice, because there is some funny rhythm choices at specific parts of this map. It's not always the part of the song that you think it's going to be mapped to. Fanzin did a great job making sure that everyone will be confused here unless you really practiced it. So our 8 warriors going into the Crucible are Aaron, Gauhaus, Spines Knight, and Riaya up against Sylvian, Antonio, Afterwind, and Origin. First map for Afterwind.
I think this map is going to get aborted. I don't think Origin was able to get into the map here. I think we're going to be seeing a quick abort once the ref realizes this. As I saw when panicking that there was an abort.
And there it is.
No, not yet, not yet.
Oh.
I think Origin's game might have crashed. Just pretend this is a fever dream, guys. This isn't happening yet.
Yeah, I
Wait
just
for the referee
pinged.
to abort.
I
And
just
it does
pinged
happen here.
Civil Oath. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, slight tech issues probably for Origin here, not being able to load into the map. But just a quick preview here. Sylvian 94%, Aaron and Gauhao on that 90% as well, but Antonio on that 70%. But I think he did stop playing for a tiny amount.
Alright, yeah, Civil Oath just told me his internet was messing up a bit, so Here we
Tech
go.
issues all
Got
round.
the abort.
We got it out. Let's hope that doesn't repeat again. Let's hope that the players are able to load into this time. Client can be funky at some points. One Aaron loading. There we go. But now Aaron's the only one that's loading. Come on.
Please, Bancho, I need this.
There we go. We got everyone in the
Let's
lobby now.
go.
We're gonna get started on this pick. Let's see who's gonna hold on to that hierarchy as you mentioned. Who's gonna try maybe combo game instead. It looks like, as I mentioned earlier, after win, he is holding the highest accuracy in the lobby. Early doors at 97%. And it's not really matched by anyone except for Aaron on the side of Taiwan. But Spies Knight firmly believing in the combo game on that 70% accuracy there. I think he might be having some offset issues. Holding strong with 8 FCs, early doors.
Afterwind is doing the accuracy thing.
Which is Origin now.
So is Origin.
Yeah, both Origin actually has higher accuracy than him now. And Galha not far behind, but as I say that, he does miss. Afterwind also misses, so does Antonio. And Riaya is 2 FCs to 2. But all 4 players basically breaking at the same time. Because Romania has those 2 players with high accuracy, they are having a slight advantage. But Afterwind does break again.
He's not doing the accuracy thing anymore, I'll tell you that. Dropping all the way down to 85%. Getting really messed up by that first little double stream. Now into this bridge here. It's a 20k lead for Romania. That would not be very big on any other map, but here when it's no mod and your accuracy is low, you're not going to be gathering that much score, so you could think of this lead as if it's like 80k on any other map. And there goes Riaya as well. So it's all on Aaron and Spines Knight.
Afterwind with a massive misread, and once again he's just misreading these stacks. He's gonna keep dropping his axe slightly. He's gonna give a slight chance for Taiwan to start maybe clawing back some score here. Everyone else on the side of Romania is looking fairly confident now, despite those early breaks. Just Afterwind struggling a bit more compared to everyone else.
Yep, 3 big combos for Romania going into the halfway point here. Sylvian, Antonio, and Origin all doing well when it's all on Aaron and Spines Knight here. Spines Knight with the C rank FC, embracing the combo game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite over for Taiwan yet. If any of those combos on the side of Romania do break, it is going to start flipping the score lead over to their side. But this is a bit of a comp up for Romania to build up some of that score lead. I think it was 70k at the start, now it's 80k. Oh, actually, I think Romania are dropping a bit more accuracy, and it's come towards the side of Taiwan here. Because the combos are basically neutral.
Everyone getting that snap. Now into the last chorus. I would say the lead is looking pretty safe, but there goes Origin and Afterwind. Now it's looking good for Taiwan.
Yeah, Taiwan are going to start reading it towards them now. But they need to hold on to those combos. Spines that really low act. If he does break, it's basically game over for them. Does hold through that wiggle
hitting
section.
the wiggle.
A bit more combo on Taiwan. Aaron
Snaps.
does break.
Aaron.
Romania
No,
are going to start.
Enough time.
I'm going to start pulling the score back, but the accuracy is. Oh, Spines does break.
Okay, now it's all Romania. They're gonna take it back. Sylvia and Antonio doing what they need to do, holding it into the end.
They know the situation here now, right at the end. They know that they're winning slightly.
No.
And Spice Knight, maybe a bit of tilt there, breaking, and it did actually just matter for him, unfortunately.
He needed to hold there. 76 wasn't enough. 91 will be the highest accuracy coming out of this one from Origin, with the big combo. Probably a full combo from Sylvian on that one.
Yeah, I think that is a full combo there.
88, I think it was. Yes,
Yeah,
88.
the only A rank in the lobby because he didn't miss at all. And that's That's match point for Romania there, with them getting a second break point. That was really, really close once again.
Raid boss Sylvian, we might say on that one, being the final story. I think not the player we expected, but
yeah,
he ended up doing what he needed to do.
Off the Wind, only had 150k, and the second lowest score in the whole lobby was 300k. But the rest of his team picking up his slack, being able to make the difference there.
Now, if you like Whiplash, you might want to pick DT3 here if you're Romania. Make them go from the AR 7.6 straight into the 270 BPM speed.
I mean, this is still a tough position if you're Romania here. All these picks should theoretically be Taiwan having a slight advantage on them, even at DT3, because the score that they did put up last match was very, very high and pretty impressive. I'm not envying the position that Romania currently is in. Despite having a 5-2 lead, they have to make the tough decision on what map to pick next.
I would be fine here with DT3 just because you'd be forcing the carries of Taiwan to go from playing this map into playing high approach rate, but they're going to go for something similar. They're going to go DT1 here. So this is more of an awkward aim-ish DT1 if I recall.
Yeah, I think
still AR 10.3 though, right?
Yeah, you're right, Miles. This is a 255 BPM, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 255. I didn't remember that correctly. It has a few bursts. It's quite awkward on that aim, but it's your pretty typical DT1 pick.
Still, you're going to be forcing Spines Knight and Riaya, who've played every single map here for Taiwan, to go from the AR 7 to 10.3. They're probably going to leave the lobby to go and acclimate themselves. Still, in the old days, before everyone had skins for everything, this would trip people up.
I mean, nowadays we have Gamma technology.
We have Gamma technology, and we have cheese skins for low AR.
Crank up that Gamma, crank it down for lower AR, and you're all set. You can read whatever AR you want. I mean, this is an A map. I mean, Taiwan have been looking quite solid on them earlier on this week, especially on the number 1. But this is a bit different. This is high BPM aim. The aim that they were looking more comfortable almost in that 210 BPM range, which is 40 BPM lower than this.
Speaking of the aim, I was really surprised that Taiwan hadn't picked aim at all so far this match. With Nomad 1 and Hidden 1 both open, not opting for any of them yet. Probably gonna go for those if they do manage to survive this DT1.
They kind of have to go for it now. I mean, I was thinking that they should have picked it a bit earlier on, considering if they win this pick, it'll be the last pick. It's the last round of picks. There's 2 more picks left. 1 for Taiwan and then followed by 1 for Romania. And eventually it will come down to the tiebreaker if we do get there. Very similar roster for Romania once again. Capybaras, Origin, Kaz, and Alex Balea. We've seen this quite often here. Flyers, Spines Knight, Riaya, and I think, is this first or second time that we've seen Nashikari here outside of Taiwan?
I think the first time for Nashikari.
Yeah, we're seeing Nashikari come in for the first time. And when we saw this happen earlier for Taiwan, that player did in fact get the highest score in the whole lobby. Are we going to be seeing that same thing here? We'll see in a few seconds time, basically.
For Taiwan's sake, they're going to need that. With how Romania has looked on their own picks this match, they've never given up a break point. So,
I mean, some picks were really, really close between them. It was just a hair's width that they were able to close it out.
You can instantly see this map. Mostly aim difficulty on this one. There's a few bursts, but not seeing any of them in this beginning section. Fire going to be the first drop, though. Not a good start for Taiwan.
it was a slider break. I think he might have overended the slider, and Alex Blair does trade it out there. Because Fly missed a bit earlier, his score is going to be capped a bit less than Alex Blair, who just keeps on missing. I don't think looking at his aim, he doesn't look very comfortable on his BPM. He is blowing it quite hard. I'll be able to snap to those notes.
Still 3 FCs to 3. Big combo there for Flyer, only with the 1 miss. But lead super close due to Romanian accuracy, but there goes Capybaras. Nashikari gonna trade though.
We're not gonna be seeing a one the story of Taiwan player coming in once again to get the top score in the whole lobby. It's gonna be on the backs of Spineslight and Riaya. Spineslight actually not FCing, he did break early on in the intermission. And Origin and Chaos bashing those 2 FCs.
As Flyer had found the drop, it's now just 2 big combos to 2 with a slight combo lead to Romania along with their strong accuracy. He's gonna bring the lead back over to their side for now.
I mean, if either Spineslight, Riaya, or Spineslight does break, if any of these FCs do break, it's gonna be really hard to win the point for any of these teams. And Taiwan are gonna kind of have to rely upon Romania missing a few more times. And Origin does break one of those full combos. It's just 1 FC to 1. And Alex Blair once again not being confident in this pick. And Riaya does break the last FC. It's gonna be really tough. They need a break like right now by Chaos and Capybaras here in order to have a chance to win this point.
Not a good spot to be in for Taiwan here into the last chorus. Kahes, that 1x100, looking so poised on this.
Oh, he does break.
Does find the slider break. Capybaras is still matching Flyer though.
Yeah, there's no.
I don't think there's
time. Taiwan here. Capybaras is doing enough to keep the score lead basically put there at 280k, and there's nowhere near enough map for Taiwan to make up the difference. Capybara will need to break right now for them to have a chance. I don't think it does happen, but
Flyer broke
no
too.
Now in Taiwan, there is absolutely no combos in Taiwan. Just re-eye over that 300, and I think that's wraps for this match, Miles. I think
yeah, absolutely.
Taiwan.
Seed upset here. It's gonna be 8 seed upset for Romania, eliminating seed 6 Taiwan in losers quarterfinals 2 to move on to the semifinals weekend is Romania in very dominant fashion, but in some very close picks. I believe it was 3 or 4 picks under 100k score difference between the teams, but Romania coming out on top on all of them with a more consistent roster and some very good carry performances from their top players. Going to be enough to take this 6-2 victory and end the losers bracket for this round in Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah, Miles, this could have really went either way for both these teams. I mean, Romania, they put up pretty good scores, but I think Taiwan kind of underperformed on many of these maps, especially on that normal 2. That normal 2, Miles, it was really close. It was down to the wire, but unfortunately Taiwan was late and early misses did matter for them.
I mean, that's just the story of this match, really. I mean, every single super close pick went in favor of Romania, and in a match as close as this one through and through, that just made it look definitive for Romania. But if you look between the lines on this one, if any of you check out the MP link, it was unbelievably close. And as you said, Taiwan on the right day might have been able to snag this one, but those theoreticals are just theoreticals, and the story of this match is a Romanian victory.
Yeah, I mean, maybe another day, another time, and that could have been a 6-0 for Taiwan, honestly. Like, this match was this close, despite what the scoreline says.
And that's going to do it for this. There is another match starting very shortly. We are going up to the winners bracket. We've got Canada and South Korea about to go at it. So stick around for that. But until then, that's going to be it for us. We've got a few more matches this weekend.
Yeah, I believe
all winners
so.
bracket.
Yeah, I think we have 3 more winners bracket, as you mentioned. South Korea versus Canada, the seed 4, Canada the seed 5 for South Korea. That should be a really close match. And then other than that, we have USA after that at 19 UTC versus France, seed 9. Then we have a 20 UTC, seed 2 of Germany versus seed 7 of Sweden for the final match, 20 UTC.
So that's going to be it for us, though. We've got different commentator, different streamer coming in for that. So from a couple people who've played in this tournament for a while, hope you all enjoy that. That's going to be it for us. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the remaining matches, and goodbye.